Hey there, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Amy and I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app, and today I'll be doing another ship with me video. I've really been having fun doing these videos, sharing my sales, hopefully helping you guys learn some different types of items that you can keep your eyes out for when you're out thrifting at yard sales, estate sales, and thrift stores. So let's get started. The first item is this Eileen Fisher 100% silk dress. Now this is just really a beautiful, nice quality piece. I continue to learn about which Eileen Fisher pieces I should pick up and which ones I should leave behind. One thing I've learned for sure is that I don't pay up for Eileen Fisher, or rarely pay up for Eileen Fisher anymore. I like to stay under about $5, which is actually what I paid for this piece. So I like to pick up larger sizes in Eileen Fisher. This is actually a small, but the reason I picked this up is because it was 100% silk. So I will pick up the wool, silk, cashmere, linen, all of the nice quality natural fabrics from her. People will seem to pay up for those items. So this I had listed for $89, and I'd had it listed for a little while, maybe a couple of months, and a buyer sent me an offer for $80, which I was excited about. So I went ahead and accepted that, which after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods made my net profit $59. I think that is great. I'm gonna go ahead and seal all these up off camera. I like to double check my labels and skip using this tape on camera because it can be noisy. So the next items are a bundle. And if you haven't watched my videos before, or if you have, you will see that I absolutely love selling belts. I usually sell at the very least one belt per week. I try and keep my cost of goods under $3 on belts, but in certain instances, I will pay up to $10 for a belt, depending on the brand, the quality, the styling. So I had paid $2 each for these belts at an estate sale. And I typically list my belts for $39 a piece, unless they are really just a boring, basic belt, which I don't typically pick up unless they're really inexpensive, like $1 a piece. So like I said, I listed these for $39. A buyer put them in a bundle and offered me $58 for both belts. And I thought that was really a reasonable offer, so I went ahead and accepted. These were genuine leather and they had a reptile print. I put vintage as the name brand, and I put keywords in like reptile print, snake print, genuine leather. I always say what color the buckle is, gold tone buckle, what color, of course, the belt is in the title. And I've started putting the sizes in the title too. I think that's helping. I'm not exactly sure. So for these, for larger belts and bundles, I am using this little cube box, which is box number 4. They fit pretty nicely in there. So that made my net profit $42.40 for those 2 belts. And I am thrilled when I can profit over $15 on a belt. It's a bread and butter item for me, so I like to bring them in and move them out. And so if I can profit more than that on a belt, I am thrilled. The next item is kind of something interesting. This is a linen dress, and it's by the brand Norte, which I had never heard of before. I picked this up last week, actually, and I did a quick search on Poshmark, and some designer pieces came up. So I think that Martesa does some sort of collab or has some sort of diffusion line with this Norte or similar name. So my point is, I thought that this was a designer piece when I was in the Goodwill, and it was marked $6.99, but I had a 20% off coupon. So I picked it up. Then when I got back home and was getting ready to list it, I did a little more research and found out that it was not a designer item, but that the retail price was, now I can't remember, I think it was $149 or $169. I was still thinking I was going to return it just because, well, $5.50 is a little bit high of a price to pay for kind of an obscure brand. But I was able to get a stock photo and see that it was linen for sure because the content tag had been removed. So I just went ahead and listed it for $49. And a buyer offered me $43 for it. And I had it listed less than a week. That was pretty exciting to me because I was, you know, like I said, I was about to return it. So I'm glad I didn't. I paid about $5.50 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit about $29, which is wonderful in my book. You know, I'm just glad I didn't return it. Maybe I underpriced it. I just thought it was an obscure brand, so I thought maybe less people would be searching for it. But either way, I am happy to make about a $30 profit on that. The next item is this black zip-up Lululemon jacket. And I picked this up and I had it in my death pile forever because I couldn't find a size dot. Just kind of showing you the details here. And I couldn't really determine or decide if it was men's or women's because it had that black logo. The measurements didn't really help me that much. So I was listing some other Lululemon items and I just decided I'm just going to go ahead and list it and put in the description that I don't know if it's men's or women's. I can't find a size dot on it. Here are a whole bunch of measurements. So that's what I did. And let's see, what did I list this for? I think I listed it for $49. And maybe about a month to 2 months ago is when I listed it. I got an offer from a buyer for $40 because of, you know, because I can't say what size it is or if it's men's or women, I just went ahead and decided to accept that. Might be worth a little bit more than that, might not be. I had paid $6 for this at a thrift store. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $23.32. I am happy with that. And for my items that are a little bit larger that I would have to squeeze into a tie back, I use the medium flat rate box. And if I haven't mentioned it in this video yet, I am using these plastic sheet looking things are actually garment bags that dry cleaners use. So they're the full length ones and I just cut them in half so it turns them into two. And then I use them to wrap the items. I picked a big roll of these up in an estate sale last summer for $5 and I have been using them for almost a year now. There must have been 1,000 on there, but they work great and I'm always looking for items when I'm out yard selling and thrifting that I can use instead of ordering something new. I just like to reuse stuff if I can. It saves money and you know, helps reduce waste a little bit. So the next item is this pair of sterling silver heart earrings. And also, if you keep watching my videos, you'll see that I like to pick up jewelry at estate sales. Sometimes it can have really big profits. Like if you watch one of my last videos, I had an item, I think I paid $8 for it and I sold it for $300. So sometimes they can have really great profits. These, not a huge profit, but I look at jewelry as a bread and butter item because it's easy for me to find in my area for reasonable prices. So I had paid $2 for these at an estate sale. I had them listed for $29 and a buyer offered me $25. I went ahead and accepted, or actually, you know what? No, I sent out offers to likers for $25 with discounted shipping, and the buyer accepted. So after Posh fees, that made my net profit $15.32. The ribbon I'm using is also from a thrift store. I picked this up when I'm out if I can get it for 10 cents or 25 cents. And then this cute little box, I get these at the dollar store. They come in packs of 10 and they're actually for food storage. They're usually at on the end caps, but because they come out to be about 12 cents each and I hope that people can reuse them, I get a lot of great feedback about these little boxes. So I think they are a little great item. And the last item for today, I will be back in a couple of days to share what else I sell this week, is this pair of Levi's 501 jeans. Now these were someone's work jeans. They have frays and dirty marks, a little bit of paint. I was at a yard sale and I was buying other stuff and there was a box of these and I said, how much are the jeans? And she said, oh, those are work jeans, they're free. So I picked out the best pair. I guess I should have taken them all, but I just took this pair and I listed them for, what did I list these for? 35 maybe. And I sent out offers to likers for $27 with discounted shipping and a buyer accepted. So I had paid nothing for these, like I said. That made my net profit $19.88. I put things in the title like, well, I put work pants, well worn, distressed, destroyed, all of those types of words. I think I even put as is, so people would definitely know that these were a worn out pair of jeans. But I know some people like this kind of look and it's hard to buy this look. You can only actually get it from working in jeans. So I thought that was a nice little sale that I picked up for free. That's it for today. I will see you soon. Hi, I'm back to ship out my sales from the last couple of days. I'm sorry if the lighting seems a little bit different. I'm filming later in the day than I normally do. I also wanted to say thank you so much to all the people who have liked and commented and new subscribers to my channel. I just so appreciate the kind comments. It's really encouraging. It's starting out on YouTube is kind of hard to put yourself out there, and those kind comments really encourage me and make me want to keep going. So thank you so much. The first item that I sold is this Flax tank dress. It's 100% linen, kind of has a interesting texture. It's a midi length. I went into the Goodwill and went straight back to the new racks, and this was hanging on there. And my Goodwill prices dresses typically at $4.99. It's one of the few things that is still inexpensive there. So I got this for $5 basically. I listed it for $65 based on other comps, and it sold for full price. And I think I only listed this maybe a week or two ago. So that is really exciting. I love a quick sale and I love a full price sale. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $47. Super happy with that. So this week, actually once a quarter, I send out offers on every item in my closet. I go through one by one and send out 10, 20, and 30% off offers. So items that I've had for a while, I'll send out 30% off offers. And if you wait every 90 days, then you know that that offer is going to go to all of the likers that haven't gotten that offer, well, that have gotten any offers. And I've found that it really boosts sales in my closet, of course, but it also helps my listings get more attention for some reason. I notice during the time that I'm sending out offers, I get more full price sales. Old stale items that haven't gotten attention for a while start to get attention again. So I just put a reminder on my calendar and do it every 90 days, and it's just a really good boost and clear out for that amount of time. So I really recommend that you try doing that. It does take quite a bit of time, but it's always worth it to me. So the next item, oops, sorry about that sold is this silver tone chain metal belt. Kind of has a Southwest, they call this little style of metal piece a concho. So I picked this up for $3 at a thrift store, and I had it listed for $39, which is what I list most of my belts for. The buyer started out by offering me $25, which was a little less that I wanted to take because I think I just listed this last week. So I counter offered her $30 and she accepted. Anytime that, you know, I can get $20, $30 for a belt that I paid $3 or less for, I really like that. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $21. I am very happy with that. Just gonna wrap this in tissue paper, and I'm gonna use a padded flat rate envelope for this. So the next item that's sold, you're not gonna be surprised, but it's all belts today for the rest, is this interesting kind of Western style tooled leather belt with jewels on it. And I used all those keywords. This even has some wear. I apologize for the lighting today, but it has some distressing and wear, and I indicated that in the listing. I had listed it for $39, and this was part of the offers to likers. I sent out a 20% off offer on this because I hadn't had it very long with discounted shipping, and the buyer accepted. So that made my net profit $19.12. I've seen quite a few of you comment on my videos saying that you have started buying belts to try them out. Some of you said that you're doing well already with them, and that just makes me so happy. You know, part of the reason that I started this video was, this channel, excuse me, was to share tips with people, you know, because I think sometimes we kind of get stuck in a rut of seeing what other sellers are buying and selling, and it's all really similar. You know, it's all the new modern mall brand clothes. Did I say my net profit was $19.12 on that? So I like showing you different vintage and unique items that you can look for that people in your area may be missing, or that the thrift stores may be missing, just to help you out a little bit. And I think it's fun to have different items in your closet. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated today. We are going out of town tomorrow, and I am kind of in a rush. So the next item that sold is this kind of Western style whip stitch all leather belt. And I'm just a mess today, sorry about that. I had this listed for $39. I sent out a 30% off offer with discounted shipping on this because I'd had it for quite some time actually. And a buyer accepted that $27 offer. I had paid $3 for this at the Goodwill, so that made my net profit $16.88. And I'll keep saying it, anytime that, you know, I can make 15, 20 bucks on a belt, I am thrilled. So for belts, I like to use the small flat rate box, or if they're a little bit bigger, I use this little bit larger box, and it's box 1096L. So if it has a wider belt buckle or something like that, I will use that. I may have to use it for this one too. So the last item for today is another belt, and this is a men's belt, and it has this silver tone belt buckle with wagon on it, and this is by Nokona, and that's a good modern, good quality modern leather belt brand. And this guy actually got a really good deal on this with the buckle and that nice leather belt. I had it listed for $39, and I sent out a 30% off offer with discounted shipping, and he accepted. I again had paid $3 for this at the Goodwill, so that made my net profit $16.88. Now I've noticed it kind of depends on who's pricing belts at my Goodwill. Sometimes, most of the time they're $2.99, but sometimes you'll get somebody, maybe a manager or something, and they'll be $4.99, $6.99, $8.99. And I only pay up for belts when it's a really special piece, or, you know, has a designer name to it. So I just skip it and wait till 50% off day and see if they went 50% off. But you know, you still could pay $5 or $6 for a belt, and if you sell it for $30, you're still making a decent profit. Now this belt is too large for either of those, so I'm going to use box number, I do this every time, box number 4. It's kind of a cube shape for this one. So that is all for today. Thank you for your patience with my kind of discombobulatedness, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day to share what else I sell. Thanks. Hi, I'm back to ship out my sales from the last couple days, and it was really a great few days. I'm excited to share with you what I sold. So the first item is this awesome pair of Doc Martens platform boots. Now, if you haven't watched my recent epic yard sale haul video, you should check that out, because I got these and quite a few other amazing pieces at this sale, and these are like brand new. My average cost of goods from that sale came out to be $7.50 per item, which may seem a little on the high side, but there was some really great items. I originally listed these for $169, and the last couple of days I've been going through and sending out offers on every item in my closet. Most items I'm sending out offers between 20 and 30% off with discounted shipping. So I hadn't listed these too long ago, so I sent out a 20% off offer for $152 with discounted shipping, and a buyer accepted. So I think that is a pretty great sale amount for these. I'm not sure how much they retailed for, but you know, they're like new, and I am just thrilled to get that high of a price. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, which was $7.50, my net profit was $111.42. I am super excited about that, and I'm glad these sold quick. I've already sold, I think I've already sold enough from that sale to pay for everything that I bought. I spent a total of $175 there, and I've still got probably 20 items left to sell. So I love it when I can just sell a few items out of a haul and then the rest is just gravy, which is great. So for these, I am going to use this large mailing box. It's box number 7. I am going to probably add a little bit extra padding in there so those don't bang around and get damaged. I did wrap them up separately to keep them safe. So the next item is this pair of Everlane, I think these are called the Day Heel. I also got these at that epic yard sale, and I had these listed, I think I started out at $69 and the buyer offered me $60. I thought that was really fair, so I went ahead and accepted. My cost of goods was the same on these, $7.50. So that made my net profit $40.50. I am very happy with that. These were also in excellent condition. Pretty much everything I bought from that sale looked like the girl had never worn it or only worn it a few times. I love going to sales like that where you can get a whole bunch in one haul and it's all good stuff. Don't we all love sales like that? Okay, so for this, I am going to use just the medium flat rate box. Did I say that made my net profit $40.50? I think I did, but just in case. Okay, so the next item is this vintage. This is going to be hard to show on camera because it's so big, but is this vintage wool cape. It's kind of a mid-length and it has this cool attached scarf that you can throw over your neck and like tuck through. And this is the vintage label. I had never heard of this person before, but it just had such great style and I could tell that it was good quality and it was wool. So I picked it up. I paid $8 for this at the Goodwill. And to be honest, I had hoped to get a little bit more for this, but I listed it towards the end of winter for $99, and I got some likes, but I didn't get any offers or anything. So a buyer started out, or I had sent out offers on this. This was part of, well, everything in my closet. And I had sent out offers to likers for 30% off with discounted shipping. And this buyer came back with a $40 offer, I believe. And we went back and forth a little bit and settled at $55. I think that's okay. I would have liked to have gotten more like $70, but I still made a great profit. Like I said, I paid $8 for this, so that made my net profit $36. I'm always thrilled when I can make more than $20 on an item. That kind of came apart there. So I'll retape this. I'm also going to use the large box number 7 for this. I like to use that for my coats, heavier shoes, handbags. It's just a nice versatile box. Okay, so the next item is something a little bit different. It's a vintage snapback from Alaska. Now, I don't always pick up snapbacks, but I had gone to an estate sale and I waited in line for a little bit, and then I got in there and there wasn't really that much good stuff. So when that happens and the prices are affordable. Sometimes I'll pick up items that I wouldn't normally pick up just to offset my time. So they had quite a few cool vintage snapbacks for $1 a piece. So I went ahead and picked them up, and I listed them for between $30 and $39. This I had listed for $39. I like to start on the higher end with vintage items because, you know, you never know. Sometimes you get a unique piece that somebody really wants. And that was the case with this one. Someone bought it outright for $39. So it was a full price sale, which we all love, of course. Like I said, I paid $1 for this. So that made my net profit $30.20. I'm very happy with that. I'm just kind of wrapping this in some tissue paper just so it presents nicely. See if I can get that to close up on both sides. Dang it, I lost the front of my tape there. Okay, now we're all good. And then for this, I am going to use the small cube box, and this is box number, why can't I ever find that? Box number 4. And hats, most hats fit pretty nicely in there. You do kind of have to shimmy them in there a little bit, but it's a nice fit. So I would say keep your eye out for vintage hats if you can get them for, you know, 50 cents or $1. You can usually sell them in the 15 to, I don't know, 40 or more range. Some of the vintage snapbacks are worth good money. So the next item is this funky vintage medallion stretch belt. And I had picked this up at a thrift store for $2. I had it listed for $39. And I can't remember if I sent out an offer on this or if the buyer sent me an offer, but it sold for $35. So that made my net profit $23.32. I think I had sent out an offer because that net profit seems like I offered discounted shipping with it. But I absolutely love selling belts. I typically make, you know, $15, $20, $30 per belt, and I sell at least one a week, typically multiple per week. They are easy for me to find in my area, and they don't take up much space to store. I'm gonna use the small flat rate box for that. So again, I'm chatting. I can't remember if I said that made my net profit $23.32. Let's see, the next item, this is another interesting thing, is a pair of vintage Christian Dior, oops, popping bubbles there, eyeglass frames. So these do not have the lens in them. I went to an estate sale, and again, this was one of those things where I waited in line. I got there like an hour early. I waited in line, and then there just really wasn't much there that was up my alley, but there was it was an optometrist estate sale, and there was a table of these vintage eyeglass frames that were, you know, like floor models, and they were $5 each. So of course I can't just buy a couple. I had to buy 30 pairs. But I kind of like to do that if I'm gonna have something different in my closet. I don't like to have one-off items. I like to have a few of them. So like I said, I paid $5 a piece for these. I did originally list these for $129, and I just kind of pulled that out of the air. I did look up some comps on eBay, and there's some very unique Dior glasses, vintage ones that sell for up to $600, and then others that sell for like 20 bucks. So these weren't any of the super rare ones, so I thought I'd try for $129. And I sent out a 20% off offer and a buyer offered me $50. I commented on the bundle to try and get her to come up, and she said $55 was the most that she would do. So I thought about it for a little bit and decided that I would go ahead and take that $55 since I have 30 pairs and I'd like to get them moved out. So that made my net profit $39. I am happy with that. And this buyer will get a unique pair of glasses that she can put her prescription in or make them into sunglasses, and nobody else is going to have glasses like that. So I think that's pretty fun. The next item is this vintage, well, actually I don't know if it's vintage. The pendant looks like a vintage piece of currency from Argentina. And then it's had this sterling silver frame made around it and then a beaded necklace. So I bought this along with a lot of other jewelry in an estate buyout. And I paid $6 for this. I had it listed for, I started out at $69. And this was part of the 30% off offers that I sent on my whole closet with discounted shipping, and the buyer accepted for $48. I thought I was still happy with that. Again, I was kind of shooting from the hip on, you know, listing it for $69 because I couldn't find any comps or anything. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $30.68. I love picking up jewelry here and there. I find it to be a good bread and butter item. And sometimes you'll get lucky and get a piece that's worth a whole bunch of money. So I can still pick this up in my area for reasonable, and that's one of the reasons that I do that. Okay, and the last item for today is this vintage belt buckle with a saddle on it. I had this listed for a little while. I don't do as well selling belt buckles without a belt. But if they are affordably priced, which this one was, it was $1 at an estate sale, I will still pick them up. They do usually take a while to sell, but this one sold for $31 with discounted shipping. So that made my net profit $23.80. It doesn't take up very much space, so I'm really not worried about it taking very long to sell. That is it for today, but I will be back. You know what? I'm not sure if I'll be back or not tomorrow. We are heading out of town for the weekend. So thank you for tuning in. If you are enjoying my content, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up on this video, comment down below. All those things really help me out. They encourage me to keep making more videos, and they help boost my placement in the YouTube algorithm so that other people can find my videos and I can keep going. So thanks again, and we will see you next time.